Hello, and welcome to the Excessive Robotics channel. This is going to be an event recap for the May Texas Robot Combat Robot Rodeo event held in Carlton, Texas. I competed with two robots, my try-hard 1-pound open ant rara, and a 3-pound full-wheel drive beater design called Art Chaos. Art Chaos is a new bot for me. It was a commission from the NHL forums from Jordan. He designed that robot for me, and I appreciate that. And I competed with both. Rara, I've competed multiple times in the past, so Rara's pretty dialed, but Art Chaos is a new design, so it had some quirks that we'll go over. So my first fight of the day was against Falcon on the 1-pound. And Falcon is a scalar kit, and against horizontals, undercutters, I like to bring out this version of Rara. It has a titanium front wedge, a slightly smaller blade so that it can make weight. It's also thicker too. It's about 3 millimeters. The bigger blade is, or excuse me, this is like 4.6. This one's 3 millimeters. So it's a thicker blade, so it's less likely to bend, but it is a smaller radius. So this is how the fight went.
Falcon in the red, Rara in the blue. Rara, are you ready? Rara is ready. Falcon, are you ready? Falcon is ready. Timer, are we good? Okay, one more time, Logan. Buttons.
There we go. There we go. Got it.
Okay. And we're good in 3, 2, 1. Right, robots, right! Falcon sits up as horizontal. Rara comes out though. Falcon spins down. And Rara's taking advantage and getting some nice hits in already. Falcon trying to get away. Didn't spin that weapon up. Rara though on the attack. Oh, hitting the backside. Falcon's trying to spin up. Oh, it's a tap out, tap out. Your winner is Rara.
So yeah, I'm very happy with how this fight went. It helped that Falcon lost weapon motor pretty early in the fight, so I was kind of just pushing him around, taking some pop shots at him until the driver tapped out. So overall, very happy. Now for Art Chaos, this is what's left of Art Chaos. Art Chaos was a bit of a different story. I went against, so with Art Chaos, I fought Erase Your DNA, and so this is how the fight went.
Chaos, are you ready? Art Chaos is ready. Judges are good. Timer in 3, 2, 1. Fight robots, fight! Whoa, comes out quick. Woo. Oh, Art Chaos looking really stable. Raise your DNA upside down. Art Chaos comes in. Finds a nice hit in the back. Oh, hey, they got the better of that hit. And again, and again. Art Chaos upside down. Taking some serious hits. Uh-oh. Art Chaos not looking so good. Kind of spinning up, kind of moving. Oh, now raise your DNA upside down, but Art Chaos's weapon's not fully spun up. Raise your DNA lining up. Art Chaos, though, looks like it's pretty hard to push around. On that. Both robots getting tangled up. Raise your DNA trying to get that weapon in, trying to get some damage in. Art Chaos doesn't have a weapon, so just has to try and push. We're under a minute, so we're halfway through this fight. Oh, Art Chaos takes a massive hit. Robots are kind of tangled. They get free from each other. Raise your DNA spins back up. Oh, but Art Chaos now spinning up. That's a good sign. Raise your DNA trying to get to the side. We're getting down to 30 seconds left on the clock. Ooh, Raise your DNA again lands a solid hit. Art Chaos now up against a sidewall.
10, 9.
Getting counted out. 7, 6, 5, 4.
So yeah, fight didn't go in my favor, and there was 2 reasons why I lost the fight. The main one, the most obvious one, was that I lost my weapon. And the reason why is I didn't lose my weapon motor. This thing was still spinning. You can hear it actually full revving during the fight. What happened is the way this motor is mounted, it's mounted on this side, on the back end side, and the pulley, the pulley tension, the timing belt is on this side. So what happened was that with enough force, and especially after a solid hit on the back end, underside, I mean, the motor actually went forward, got twisted forward, and I lost all my belt tension. So even though this guy was literally at full rev, without the tension, the beater was not spinning. So that was issue number one that I experienced. I did fix it in the pits by putting some washers on the front screw so that it would essentially force it inward, and it would hopefully counter the forward flex and would give me belt tension for weapon motor. And I thought I fixed it, but then I realized issue number two that I didn't catch until 10 minutes before the next round was my right motor experienced pinion slip, which is apparently an issue that some, not all, but some repeat compact motors experience. Is I just had pinion slip, so I was out of a drive. I didn't have a backup motor, so I had to use copy number 2 of Rara. So I was a little upset about that, but it is what it is. So my next fight was going to be with the 1 pound robot, and it was going to be against Double Helix. Double Helix being a vertical convert, just like I used this guy, which is my standard config for most opponents. And this is how the fight went.
In blue, Rara, are you ready? Rara is ready. Double Helix, are you ready? Double Helix is ready. Let's hit the buttons. And judges are good, so timer in 3, 2, 1. Fight robots, fight! Double Helix comes out a little faster. Rara looking a little more intentional. Both robots entangled up with each other. Like Rara gets the better of the first hit. Uh-oh, Rara's upside down. Self-rights. Looks like Rara's left fork is already kind of curled up a little bit. Double Helix gets him from behind. Double Helix upside down. Rara's able to take advantage of that. Get some little hits in the backside and perhaps the top plate even. Double Helix comes right back. This little robot that's so resilient. Lines up a big hit. Double Helix getting underneath Rara. Rara pushing back though and pinning. All right, they separate. We're under a minute. We're halfway through this fight. Double Helix's left fork is pretty much chunked all the way off. It's just barely holding on. 40 seconds on the clock. Double Helix with a nice hit and another one. Oh, Double Helix, some nice hits. Losing the fork is the best thing because now it can actually get its weapon into another robot. They're both entangling up with each other. We're getting down to 20 seconds on the clock. Double Helix with a nice pin. We're down 10 seconds on the clock. This is going to go to the judges in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This fight is over. And it will go to the judges.
Okay, so it was a grinder of a fight, and somehow it went in my favor. I was actually surprised. I think what helped me out was that my opponent lost weapon about in the last like 30 seconds of the fight, and not having a functioning weapon really looks bad in the eyes of the judges. I was happy with how it performed. One weakness I've noticed, and this is on me, is that I use aluminum forks, and I realized that aluminum forks are very weak and they have a tendency to just bend upwards with a solid contact. So what would happen is the forks would just bend upwards into like a U shape or something, and it would actually stop me from getting a grip on or getting a hit on the opponent. But outside of that, I took a chunk of damage. I think I had to replace my chassis, and I had to, of course, replace the armor. I had to replace the forks. But winning that fight against Double Helix in the JD's choice, I went 2-0 in the group stages, so that got me a bye for the third round, which was perfect because I needed time to essentially do a chassis swap on Rara. But this guy went 2-0 and made it to the single elimination bracket, so I was very, very happy for that. And now it was time to focus on the second round for Archaeos. And so with Archaeos, I would be going against a Peterbilt kit called Erase Chupacabras. And so this is how the fight went.
This is ready. Chupacabras, are you ready? Chupacabras is ready. Judges are good. Let us go in 3, 2, 1. Fight robots, fight! Archaeos crosses the arena first. Get some nice hits on Chupacabras. Chupacabras is going to count it out because it can't move. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a knockout. Your winners are Chaos.
It was a very short fight. Chupacabras lost weapon pretty early on and they ended up tapping out. So happy how that went. No damage at all on Archaeos. On the second copy of Archaeos, just charged batteries. I was good to go. And then with Archaeos, I actually got very lucky because I was 1-1 with Archaeos. So I needed one more win to get into the single elimination bracket. And my third competitor actually ended up forfeiting, so Archaeos was 2-1, so that got me to the single elimination bracket. And then I got lucky again because my first opponent in the first round of the single elimination also ended up forfeiting due to some sort of safety issue or whatever, and so I actually got a bye to the second round, the single elimination bracket. So I was happy how that went. I was extremely lucky with how that went. So Archaeos actually made it pretty deep, only one win, so I'm happy with that. My third fight for Rara would be my first playoff game, my first single elimination bracket, and it would be against Berith. It kind of looks like, I think it's Dealtor from OG BattleBots. Good design. The driver, Vince, cool guy. He actually has an Instagram page where he builds and documents the new version of Berith X. So I'll link it down. Very insightful videos he has. And so that's how the fight went.
Berith, are you ready? Berith is ready. Rara, are you ready? Rara is ready. Judges are good. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Fight robots, fight! Both robots spinning up, kind of waiting a moment to come into each other, trying to line up, trying to outwedge each other. Well, there goes one fork off of Rara. Berith does a good job pushing Rara up into the wall. Can Rara get off of that? I don't know. Berith might get an easy win here. Rara, can you move? And is almost off. 8, 7, 6, 5.
I was pretty much got stuck on the wall with my fork, and I got counted out. So yeah, that's how I lost, and Rara got knocked out. And yeah, so Rara got, I think, 9th place out of 20 something. No, so Rara got 9th place out of 31, which is okay, I guess. And changes coming for the next event. Honestly, I'm just gonna get different forks. They're gonna be cut out of AR 500. Even if I have to make them a little bit thinner for weight, but outside of that, I think Rara doesn't really need any changes. I think it's just a driver diff. Honestly, that's what lost me the round. It was the match. It was just driver diff. But yeah, so this event, Rara, pretty much other than the new forks, it's good to go for the next fight, for the next event, which would be in September. And so with Archaeos, I would be fighting a good buddy of mine, Cyberdress. And Cyberdress had a brand new design that's based off his Digitalis, which is what Rara is based on. And he was very dominant. I think he hadn't lost yet. And so this is how the fight went.
Art Chaos is ready. Digitizer, are you ready? Digitizer is ready. Judges, are you ready? Okay, we're good. In 3, 2, 1. Fight robots, fight! Wow, Digitizer landed a solid hit on Art Chaos. Art Chaos weapons down right now, upside down. Ooh, taking some serious hits. Digitizer not messing around. The front left drive side is pretty messed up. Or Art Chaos is being very chaotic. He wants to keep getting hit apparently. Minute 30 on the clock. The weapon's now spinning up a little bit for Art Chaos. Struggling. Can he move? Tap out, tap out. Your winner is Digitizer.
So yeah, Dran absolutely worked me, destroyed me, but it was a fun fight. I had a blast. And ooh, listening. And yeah, so the first hit actually disabled my weapon. Same issue on copy number 2. I noticed that the force of the hit caused the weapon motor to move forward, and then I lost all tension on the belt, and so my motor was out, my weapon was out, and at that point I felt like my ground game was just non-existent because he just kept hitting me, and I just didn't put up a fight. I just got absolutely annihilated. So props to Dran. He ended up getting second place, and not only that, but it was his first bot design, and he got really far. And the cool thing about Cyberdress is that he's a really cool dude, really big on open source, and immediately posted his design online for people to create their own version of Digitizer. So this is my version of Digitizer. But yeah, if you want to build your own, I'll link it in the description. Build materials, all that good stuff, so you can build your own. So what changes am I going to make for Art Chaos? Well, this is Art Chaos 2.0. Or no, 1.5, let's say. So Art Chaos 1.5. Some of the changes that I made, the biggest one being a sturdier way to mount the weapon motor. You can kind of see here. It's actually mounted to the upright. And I think it's a much more solid method of mounting it. It's not going to flex inward. I shouldn't lose weapon tension. If I lose weapon, it's because I lost my belt or something actually happened to the motor or weapon ESC itself. So I think it's a much sturdier method. Another thing is that the issue with the repeat compacts where I experienced the pinion slip on this side. This version uses Pros 2006 motors. So these are bigger, bulkier motors, but I think they are going to tank hits better. It's also a smaller profile. Kind of see it's about half an inch shorter than the original Art Chaos. Other changes, uses 2 standoffs on the side as opposed to 1 with the V1 version. The same wheels on both sides. The Peter, this version uses the Peter, like the bigger wheel on the front, smaller wheel in the back. Also, something I didn't like is how far, because of how narrow the back wheel is, the wheels would, if they get hit in this position, it creates like a pivot, and so this is more likely to just rip out, which did happen. I did lose a wheel on, I think, the other bot that way. These are more locked into the body, so there's no the default, the belt just keeps the tension towards the upright instead of away from the upright. So even when moving around and stuff, it wants to stay closer to the body. It's a little lighter. Despite it using heavier motors, it still weighs less than the V1 version of Art Chaos, so that's great. Okay. So this is an idea that I've been kind of playing around with. I'm gonna build a version of Art Chaos because with big tournaments, I do like to have at least 2 copies of the bot. And so for copy number 2, I'm looking into using a different weapon motor in the V belt. So I'm using the belt drive 2812 from Repeat Robotics. This was just released, and this is kind of what I'm looking into potentially building. So obviously the yellow parts will be carbon fiber. This will be printed out of carbon fiber nylon or something that's heat resistant and something that's strong. And with the carbon fiber, it's going to be keyed into the top, keyed into the bottom, secured by 4 screws at the bottom and 1 screw on top. And because the mounting is right next to the belt, I don't foresee this shifting in any way. I think it will stay pretty sturdy. And it's actually probably the most common way people mount the weapon motor, or they set up their weapon for four-wheel drive beaters, is this option, not necessarily connected to the upright. So this is kind of an idea I'm playing around with. By the end of the week, I'll probably hit up CNC Madness to cut the carbon fiber parts for me, because that's really the only change I have to make this robot compatible with this motor. So one version is going to have this belt drive, and one version is going to have this belt drive, and we'll see which one works best. I'm thinking it's this one. This is a much beefier motor, and I'm sure the hits it lands are going to be much greater than the other motor. However, time will tell. Really the only weak point that I'm kind of on the fence about is the mounting. This will be printed again out of carbon fiber nylon. It should be able to handle the heat, because this motor's going to get pretty hot, so it should be able to handle the temperature without melting. I'm just worried about how it will handle holding the motor as it hits things, so any impacts, stuff like that. I think it will be okay, but we'll see. I know other drivers, they use like a custom aluminum mount that is made from that's tapped for holes on the top or bottom, so that one piece holds this. So I might have to go that route. I'm trying not to have any further custom made things other than the carbon fiber, because it does get pricey, but that's an option I'm willing to try. So hopefully in the next recap video I'll have more information on, or I'll have a video of what this looks like as a finished product. But for now, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.